AJ is unbelievably short. Unbelievably short. I mean, how did he get caught with a shot like that with an opponent on the level of Prenga, of all people? Back in his, like, years ago, back when he was in his prime, he wasn't getting caught with shots like that of opponents of the level of Prenga. The closest I remember getting caught with a shot like that early on in his career was against Alexander Povetkin, and he never went down. Alexander Povetkin is a guy that's been knocking guys out cold, like Carlos Takam. Well, maybe not cold, but knocking them out badly, like Carlos Takam, Manuel Char, Dillian White, and that was when he was old. You know, Johan Duopa. Povetkin knocks people out cold. He knocks them out brutally. Anthony Joshua got caught shots like that, and he didn't even go down at all. He didn't go down. But then he fights Prenga, who hits him with a glancing uppercut, and he's all over the place. I mean, my. It's really bad. It's really bad. Now, people want to put it down to only the car crash, by saying that he returned too soon after the car accident in which two of his friends were killed. But putting it down to just the car crash is just too easy. He's just looking for an easy wow, in my opinion. I'm not saying the car crash wouldn't have had an effect. It definitely would have. But he was getting caught early on badly by Daniel Dubois in the first round, the exact same round. He was getting caught like that. And that was a year before the car crash even happened. So how do you explain that one? You know? It's just, anytime this guy gets hit these days, clean on the chin, it's like careers in jeopardy. When he got caught and dropped by Prenga and he got dropped again, I was already mentally preparing for him to get knocked out. I was saying, yeah, it's over. AJ's getting knocked out. And then he came out the second round, landed a big right hand, and then knocked Prenga out, slumped him. I was like, what the fuck? How is it when I'm mentally prepared for this guy to get knocked out, he doesn't? But when I'm not, he gets knocked out, like in the Daniel Dubois fight. Yeah, AJ's never had the greatest chin, but he took a clean, big left hook from Dillian White in their fight. Dillian White, same guy that been knocking people out cold, knocked Lucas Brown out cold, knocked Derek Chisora out cold, which is something no one else has ever done. Knocked Alexander Povetkin out in a rematch, or at least stopped him in a rematch with a left hook. Dillian White's hurt people with left hook, dropped Joseph Parker with a left hook. But Andy Joshua took that punch, didn't go down. Took a big bomb of a right hand from Vladimir Klitschko. He went down, but he didn't. He got up and he continued fighting. Took him a long time to recover. I agree with that. I think partially it was because of fatigue, but he was able to continue fighting. Povetkin landed big shots on him. Was able to keep going. Didn't even go down. You know, so you can clearly see that his punch resistance has gotten worse. And when he got hurt against Andy Ruiz, Andy Ruiz isn't the biggest puncher, but Andy Ruiz has very fast hands. And at the end of the day, he's a very big man. Came clean with a left hook. Boom. He was all over the place. Can never really recover after that. But here, he didn't even get hit with a big punch. Like, it was a glancing shot. And he went down. His chin has clearly gotten worse over the years. It clearly hasn't. The Dubois knockout has not helped him at all. As far as the fight between him and Tyson Fury, it's a fight we've been talking about forever, man. I'm so sick and tired of hearing these two people's names attached together. Seriously. We've been talking about these two together for 10 years. 10 years! And they still haven't fought each other. Remember back in 2021? They were supposed to fight each other. Remember that? I do. Never happened. But anyways, let's move on from that. As far as the fight between those two, I mean, I just took a look at Fury versus Work and he looked slow as fuck. I mean, both of them did, but Fury just looked slow. His balance just looked terrible. But AJ just looked horrible. Like, even, like, I don't understand. Like, he's getting caught with shots that he never used to. Like, he's making mistakes he never used to. Even in the Daniel Dubois fight, the guy will have his chin in his air and have his lead hand down to his dick. And then expect not to get caught with shots. How is it he fought more better defensively, or at least with more defense responsibility in the earlier rounds before he got caught against Andy Ruiz than he did against Daniel Dubois? A guy with his experience making mistakes like that, it just baffles me. And the mistakes get worse as time goes. And yes, as you get old, you lose your reflexes. But I'm talking about fundamental mistakes. You're dropping your hand and having your chin in there and you're squaring yourself up. Age doesn't make you do that. Age don't make you do those things. Age doesn't just make you drop your hands and have your chin out in the air. It doesn't. And it's not like even in his prime, AJ was a guy that can get away with that. It's not like he can have his hands down and his chin in the air. And it's not like he had the reflexes to get away from the shots. No, not even in this prime. So I don't know why he's trying to do it as he gets older. Anyway, fight between Tyson Fury and Marius Work. Fury's not a big puncher, but he's definitely gonna land clean in AJ, and I don't think it's gonna be nice. It's not. Could AJ still land in Fury? Of course, of course. But when you're a heavyweight fighter, and not only is your defense bad, and your chin is shot, what else have you really got? What else have you really got? You haven't really got much else. I mean, Fury's got this one. He has. You know, maybe AJ can pull something out the bag because years ago Tyson Fury made AJ beat him up in sparring. Maybe it's just something AJ knows about Tyson Fury because he's been gunning for this fight for a very long time. Maybe there's just something he knows, and it's not like Fury himself cannot be caught. That's not what I'm trying to say. People say Mary Sweat caught Tyson Fury with a big Ryan which hurt him. I don't know because I never actually, none of us actually saw the full fight. I was trying to look. I watched some highlights, and the highlights I seen they didn't show that part. But you know how highlights can be biased and whatnot, and I can't. None of us can see the full fight, so I never actually saw it. Even though that's why the reason why I clicked the highlights in the first place is so I could see it, and I never saw it. But let's just say that is true, right? And Mary Sweat caught him with a right hand and this and that. Yeah, AJ can land the same shot just like he landed a shot on Prenga. But Fury also had to dish a lot of punishment out to Work. Do you think AJ can take that same punishment? Marius Work, even though he's old, pushing 50, he's always been known for having a granite chin. Always. He's only been stopped legitimately twice. Like, by legitimately, I'm not saying other stoppages weren't legitimate. I'm just saying like proper. Well, by Arslanbek Makhmudov, who's a tremendous puncher, or a very, very big puncher, and Moses Atalma. But he still, at this day, has a very good chin. He can still take punches. AJ is not that. He's not that. You know, so in order for him to land anything, he probably has to be willing to take some shots, which we know he cannot do at this point. You know, so yeah, people using a car accident as the main excuse, you're simplifying it. I'm not saying it's not a factor. It most likely is a factor. But he was getting caught with shots like that even before the car accident. He was getting hurt badly earlier on in fights, even before the car accident. You know? But yeah, it's time. These guys are done. These guys are like past the best. AJ, Fury, Wilder, Usyk. It's an end of an era. Is this fight gonna happen or not? We have to wait and see. But that's all I have.